Welcome back again to our discussion introduction on T helper cell immunology. How do our immune system works as a defense to the pathogens we attacked on? Basically, we have bacteria everywhere in our surroundings, in the environment, in the soil, in the air, in our body even. We have thousands of millions of bacteria in our body. And there is some good bacteria, there is some bad bacteria, viruses, fungi. They want to attack us. But nature made us also building the counter defense of the pathogens, and we are able to defend them when they enter in our body. We have defensive system. We can defend them so they cannot really attack and do anything harmful for us. Now, you see, our skin is an intact defense from any pathogens, bacteria outside of the world wants to penetrate in our body. That's number one. They cannot enter unless there is any cut, any infection in our skin. They can enter also by our mouth, any mucosa, any opening. But luckily, we have also defense in our oral mucosas, in our opening to counter defense them. It's built in by nature. We can kill them no sooner they enter in our system, or we can hold them there. The system is very efficient to fight them. Now, our built-in defensive system against the pathogens, bacteria, viruses, this is we call innate. And immune system also divided another pathway that's called acquired. Acquired means borrowing something from somebody, some people, like a child, a baby borrows mother's immune system before he developed his own immune system. Like mother feeds milk to the child get immune from her or his mother to protect the pathogens. Also, pathogens come from mother's body, but they can protect them. It's temporarily staying there, but it doesn't sustain long time. Also, we have some vaccinations acquired. Our children can take it and protect themselves. We have more defense system, like if we go details, we have our own built-in immune system like neutrophils, macrophages, complement system. We have our white blood cell as the immune system to counterattack the pathogens. Pretty much we can defend most of the pathogens coming from the outside of the world to our body. But sometimes we fail. Our immune system fails is so dangerous, is so powerful, we have failed to fight counter defense on them. We have defense system, immune system by category, like normal average soldiers, they fight first. If they fail, the secondary troop come, more efficiently they work on it. They try to attack the pathogens, counter defense, and this special mechanism we are going to see as an introduction immunology today. How do they work? In our tissue level, when any bacteria enters, suppose it's a gram-negative bacteria, it has antigen. When it attacks, once it attacks, they start eating our tissues, and that area, our blood vessel dilates. Our blood vessel dilates, and they secrete some special sticky molecule by the endothelin. So white blood cell can come and stick in there. They attack those foreign antigens. First defense response our neutrophils. Neutrophil has multilobule. They come and attack them. How do they attack them? Basically, they break down their antigens. Also, they break down the bacteria. Sometimes some bacteria cannot be killed because they are not really very efficient. They are not that powerful. But they break down those antigens. Those antigens gets free. They come to the lymphatic area. They drainage to the lymphatic. Once they comes to the lymph node area, then our second commandos start coming. Who are second commandos? We want to see them. How do they work? We are going to discuss about today. Once free antigen goes to the lymphatic, they are traveling there. Our phagocytes, they comes, suppose bacteria are here, and they can, our macrophage comes, and bacteria are here, our macrophage can engulf them. Once macrophage engulf them, lysosome can destruct them. This is lysosome. They can destruct them. Okay. So they engulf them. Bacteria come here. Once bacteria comes here, they have antigen, and we have nucleus. We have nucleus in macrophage. Macrophage nucleus, they produce some special protein, genetic material. They comes here. We have chromosomes here, chromosome number 6 basically, and they come here. They look for their enemy. The antigen of the bacteria is the enemy of the macrophage. So this genetic protein comes and look for the enemies. They can recognize by seeing their antigens who are their enemy. They look for it. Once they found the antigen, they bind with that. When they bind with them, this antigen comes into the cell membrane. They comes into the cell membrane. They are presenting here and they say, hey, look, I got it. I got my enemies. They are presented to the immune system that yes, I got the enemies entered in my body. So here he is. And it start work to the lymphatic area. Once they travel to lymphatic area, this guy is alone now and he has pathogens there. He wants to engulf them and kill them, but he doesn't do the way neutrophil did, very simply break down the antigens and broken down the bacteria, couldn't kill all of them, some of them also still alive. They want to apply some special technique. They want to bind with his another friend so he can kill them more strongly, more dangerously, comply the whole pathogenous killing system. So he is traveling to the lymphatic system, he is looking for his friends. But there is some more, his friends are there in the lymphatic area, which is, we are talking about the basically T cells, peptide bound antigen in the membrane, only those T cells this macrophage looking for. There is so many T cells are there, but everyone doesn't have the peptide bound antigens. He is only specifically looking for that T cell, which is also called restricted cell, only who has got peptide bound antigens. Now, once he found the peptide bound antigen in the membrane, the T cell, and he wants to bind with that T cell and comply the action. Comply the action. Let's see how do they work. Is a T cell. This is macrophage's antigen presenting cell, and noticing everyone, I got the enemies entered in our area, so we want to kill them, but I am unable to kill them by myself. Somebody is to help me. Who is to help me? I am looking for my matching partner. So only matching partner has to have some antigen who has got peptide antigen, as I told you already. That peptide antigen, only restricted T cell, special type of T cell, they got it. And once they find it, they want to bind with them. They want to bind with them. How do they bind? Let's see. They bind actually like this. This guy, macrophage, he was actually looking for, it has a receptor here, and they bind with this antigen. It has another receptor here, two receptor, There is also two, but they are in one chain. They both bind each other. Once they both bind each other, if they fit, each other, now this is the matching part. Now this guy is so happy now. This guy is also happy because he found his partner. This receptor is called CD4 receptor. This is T cell receptor, TCR. This special protein secreted from the nucleus of the macrophage and came here, bind to the enemies, pathogens, antigen of the pathogens. They came, present the antigen in the cell membrane. This protein is called MHC class 2 molecule. Class 2 molecule. We have also class 1 molecule. They have different receptor there. They have CD8 receptor, and this guy has CD4 receptor. Two different T cells. This one, macrophage, did not want to bind the CD8 bound receptor T cell is containing. This guy only wants to bind the CD4 receptor type of T cell only, because they have peptide antigen there. Once they are connected with each other, now they are activated. It says, oh, I got it. I got my partner. So we can go ahead and do the next job. How do they do next job? Once they connected, membrane become permeable. They secrete calcium, special protein, and comes with the nucleus. Comes into the nucleus, and they activate it. They are now activated. Fine. Actually, how do they really work? They just got their partner, they are activated, now they want to do their job. This MHC class 2 molecule is very unique molecule, very unique pathogens, antigens. It does not match with any other, like class 1, MHC class 1 molecule. They have basically other T cells. Actually, every cell containing nucleus, every normal cell containing nucleus, they have class 1 molecule, MHC class 1 molecule. But class 2 is not average. It's very rare and very special. That's why they want to only bind the restricted T cells. They cannot bind all the T cells, average, naive, or class 1 molecule bound. No, they want only the special restricted T cell who has peptide receptor. Fine. Once they bind with that, now it's been activated. They both are activated now. They are like having a connection in between now. They want to make a relationship, like personal relationship or genetical communications in between. Once they connected with that, they also make another connection. they make another connection right here. Remember MHC class 2 molecule, the red peptide. They are making a connection. This is called actually co-connection. They secrete in some special chemical from macrophage to T cells. It all the way it comes to the nucleus of the T cell. Actually, this connection we call IL-1, interleukin 1. The first connection we call it interleukin 1. Interleukin 1. Fine. Once the connect the interleukin 1 connection, they want to make another connection, which is co-connection. Co-connection. Up to here. Up to here. Up to here. They have a receptor here. They have a receptor here. They bind with that. They bind with that. And this receptor is called CD28. And this part is B7. These two connection already established. Two leukocytes, two white cells, they are talking each other. They are connected each other. That's why we call it interleukin connection or interleukin 1. First connection, interleukin connection means interleukin 1 connection. Then we have the co-connection B7 and CD28. Now, this T cell is being activated. He is now completely satisfied. They matched each other and they have their genetical component sharing each other. Now they are activated. This is really activated situation. Now, once they activates, after activation, T cell is producing a autocrine pathway. It producing a autocrine receptor just right here. Autocrine receptor here. And this autocrine receptor, since it's autocrine receptor, it comes from here, go back there and binds with this receptor. It's autokines. I mean, I am the producer, I produce a connection and I came back and bind with the same bodies, another receptor in the same bodies. That is called autocrine pathway. Once they make this autocrine channel, now the T cell undergo mitotic situation. Now you can say this cell is now producing some Same component. Same component means naive T cell. They're inactive. They're inactive. Naive T cell, they are producing. They go under mitotic situation. Now they already produce those. Once they produce those, this receptor we call autocrine receptor, and this connection is interleukin leukine 2, interleukin 2 connection. Yes, this is interleukin 2 connection. They produce their own naive T cell by this connection. See what is up to? Macrophage found his body, antigen presenting cell. They present their antigen to his partner. He matched the same antigen bounding T cell he was looking for. He got it. He connected interleukin 1 connection. He connected another co-connection, and he produced a autocrine connection with himself, which is mean the mitotic situation he create himself. Now let's see. Now T cell wants to, there is other B cell in the blood. We know the B cell. Those are B cell. B cells, as we know, they have some antibody presenting on them. The B cell in the lymph node now, lymphoid area. Therefore, T cell make another connection from here to straight right there. Once they connect with them, let's zoom a B cell here. Once they connect with them, B cell get activated now. B cell also get activated now. Has a connection. It has the same connection. B cell get activated now. These B cell basically holding the antigen on their membrane, and they travel into the blood, lymphoid area. Now T cell made a connection there. We call this connection interleukin IL-4. Interleukin connection IL-4. Fine. Now these B cells, they are going now under another mitotic situation, they produce more naive B cell. More naive B cell also they are producing now. T cell see somehow T cell make a connection with the B cell. B cell goes under mitotic. Now T cell is helping the B cells to produce newborn B cell. That's how T cells are helping to the B cells. This connection is making the B cell to be produced some newborn B cell. Once they are newborn B cell here, this T cell, naive T cell, they wants to make a connection from the T cell, this newborn B cells, newborn B cells, newborn B cells. We call this connection IL-5 or B cell differentiation, B, C, D, F, B cell differentiation factor. Interleukin, we have another connection, B cell growth factor, growth factor. Once they connect with the B cell by connection of interleukin 5, these B cell produce some special type of oval shaped B cell, with presenting antibodies on it, Y-shaped antibodies on it, immunoglobulin. This immunoglobulin, actually they don't hold it, they start throwing to the blood, which is antibody. They go and attack to the foreign bodies and hold it very efficiently, so complement system they can come and attack them, or other macrophages they can come and attack them and engulf them. But these antigens, they always B cell presenting, they hold it, they never throw it. This functional B cell, or it's also called plasma B cell. This plasma B cell, they spatial cell, they do not hold their antigen, they throw it in the blood, and these antigens floating in the blood looking for the foreign body, and once they get the foreign body, they catch it. They catch it and call the complement system, and macrophages phagocytose them very efficiently. Once you hold someone, the other party can come and kill them. But if the foreign body is like floating around, neutrophil goes and catch them, sometimes they slip up. They slip down here and there. They cannot catch everyone very efficiently and kill them. Only the B cell antibody can hold them very professionally, because we know B cell from bone marrow, they are very well trained up. T cell from thymus. T cell get trained up in the thymus, and they are also very specially trained up by thymus how to recognize the foreign antibody, foreign antigens, pathogens come from outside of the world to into our body. Like, in a country, we have borders, we have militaries, we have police. Police has a different job. Police can only catch them, arrest them, and give to the justice department. Then military protect the border. If any foreign thief or like robber they enter, they catch them. Sometimes they have commando troop. They also know how to take care of them, how to give them punishment very efficiently because they are well trained up. So see, BT cell is well trained up as well as B cell, the functional cell, they also trained up. B as in bone marrow. In the bone marrow, when B cell cursor is not really identical there, we cannot really identify. Once they are matured, then it's identical there, a very matured B cell. And T cell also, as a precursor, is normal, just protein. We cannot identify there. But once they go to the thymus, they mature there and they get trained up, well trained up, and they come into the lymphoid or blood and they fight with the foreign antigens, pathogens, and they have specialty, they have special trained up, and they cannot miss the point. They really efficiently can kill them and keep us healthy. This is the basic like T helper cell. That's how they work.